Welcome to the Noon Mix. Thanks so much for being here. It is March the 14th, and we're going to be here all during the show. I was going to say we're going to be here all afternoon. We will be here all afternoon, but the show will not be here all afternoon. We'll be here for the next 30 minutes, and we're here live, of course, and we will rerun this program at 5:30, so there's people watching at 5:30. Some things may have changed. We got some weird weather going on outside right now. Let's go right to that and talk about it. It's a little bit overcast. It was really warm this morning, and now it's kind of gotten a little chilly, so we've got a cold front moving through. Currently right now, let me get out of here. We'll go up here and take a look at some of the temperatures. We're going to get right to about 62 degrees today, but let's look at some of the temperatures around the area to give you a better idea of what to expect with our forecast that we'll be giving you in just a few seconds. Right now in Gainesville, up there where our viewers are watching us now, it's 53 degrees with cloudy, overcast skies. You can see that ominous looking cloud over there behind that pole over there in the Huntsville station. It is looking quite ominous. You know, we were given the weather yesterday and it said 20% chance of showers, and then they increased that, but as of yet, we have not gotten any precipitation of any importance here right now. But let's go back to our temperatures. Branson, 55 degrees, 56 degrees in Jasper. Eureka Springs is 53 with that sun poking out just a little bit over there. Marshall, 55. Mountain View, 56. Salem, 56 degrees. Mountain Home, 53. And here in Harrison, it is 56 degrees with some overcast and a little bit cold outside. It's a little bit, almost feels a little damp out there. But currently, for the forecast for today, let me give you what's going to be happening, if I can get that to come up. For today, high will be 62 with partly sunny skies, a slight chance of rain in the afternoon, highs in the mid-60s, southwest winds, or actually south winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour, and the chance of precipitation remains at that 20% chance for this afternoon. 40 degrees for the overnight low with mostly cloudy skies, a chance of rain, lows in the lower 40s, chance of precipitation stays at that 30% mark. And then Saturday, partly sunny skies, a chance of rain, highs in the mid-60s, and a 30% chance remains there too. Mostly cloudy for that evening with a chance of showers, low in the 40s, the chance of precipitation remains at 30%. So with that said, we can expect possibly a shower or two wherever you're at. If it's raining, then that 30% is hitting you. If not, it's then the weather forecast didn't work out for you at all. So let's look at what's going to be happening into Sunday. And you know, we've had some, you know, it doesn't say that here, but they're saying that around the state we may get some snow. But that is a prediction from other weather forecasters that I've been looking at, and the ones that I've been reading up on and trying to get abreast of what will happen in the future. It's very iffy out there, so we're not even sure what's going to happen. But Sunday, it's going to be high 56 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. And then Monday, 55, sunny, 60 on Tuesday. And then we don't have a forecast for Wednesday or Thursday, so we'll get that for you on Monday. Let's take our first break, and when we come back, we'll be giving you some updates on some some announcements on sex offenders. We have 2 of those in the Baxter County area that you need to know about. And then we'll be giving you some information on some events that will be happening around the area that's happening fairly quickly this weekend. So that's pretty interesting. We'll do that in just 2 minutes. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Noon Mix. Part of what we do here on the program is to notify people about events that are sent to us in the form of public service announcements from the law enforcement agencies, and it's our wish and intent to inform you, not to scare you or to cause any kind of ill feelings in the public, but we do feel it's necessary to relay this information to you the way we receive it. This was sent to us by the Baxter County Sheriff's Office Sex offender moves from one address to another, and we want to make you aware of this. Curtis Edward Mabry, also known as C.E. Hozak Curtis Enkel Mabry. His date of birth is January the 25th, 1966. His old address was 2085 Highway 5 South, Apartment 9 in Mountain Home, Arkansas. His new address now is 5506 Highway 5 South in Mountain Home, Arkansas. The offender was convicted of a child molestation in the first degree in 1991. This offense involved an offense engaged in sexual contact with an 11-year-old female acquaintance while she was staying in his home. Community notification is justified due to the young age of the victim at the time of the offense that this occurred. This person is not wanted by law enforcement at this time. Notification is not intended to increase fear. Rather, it is the belief of the law enforcement agency that an informed public is a safer public. This information cannot be used to threaten, intimidate, or harass sex offenders. Citizens' abuse will not be tolerated. Such abuse could potentially end law enforcement's ability to communicate these kind of notifications, and we stand behind that. Also, this individual here is a registered sex offender and moves from one address to a new address. Loretta Gale Dungeon, also known as Loretta Stacy and Loretta Jones, has moved from the old address of 1020 Sycamore Springs Road in Mountain Home to the new address of 8592 Highway 5 South in Mountain Home. The offender was convicted of sexual assault in the second degree on March of 2007. Documentation indicates that offense involved the offender engaging in sexual contact with a 14-year-old male. Community notification is justified due to the young age of the victim, and at this time, the person is not wanted by law enforcement. And this notification is not intended to increase fear. Rather, it is our belief that an informed public is a safer public. This information cannot be used to threaten, intimidate, or harass registered sex offenders. Citizens' abuse will not be tolerated. Such abuse could end the potential law enforcement's ability to communicate this information to the public. Okay, let's move on, and when we come back, we'll be talking about birthdays and our giveaway in our grand giveaway contest that we have. It is going to get a dinner for two and also a bouquet of flowers from Lena Francis Flower and Gifts. So we'll be back in 2 minutes to do that right after these messages. Welcome back to the Noon Mix. Now we are going into our segment of history, and I guess our director back there will rack up that bumper, and then we're going to get to our birthday celebrations. Got quite a bit to cover this weekend, and we'll be going over some birthdays that will be nationally known. Hopefully, you'll get to know who those people are. Well, let's talk about history. History. We love history here. March 14th. And on this day, in March 14th, 1743, the first American town meeting was held at Boston's Faneuil Hall. And then in 1794, Eli Whitney received a patent for his cotton gin. 1900, U.S. currency went on the gold standard with the ratification of the Gold Standard Act. And in 1914, Henry Ford announced the new continuous motion method to assemble cars, and that revolutionized the way cars are made even today. This process decreased the time it took for a car from 12 and a half hours to 93 minutes. Awesome. 1923, President Harding became the first president to file income tax. I wonder what he paid. Probably didn't pay a whole lot. 1932, George Eastman, the founder of Kodak Eastman Company, committed suicide. 1943, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt became the first United States president to fly in an airplane while he was in office. 1947, the U.S. signed a 99-year lease on naval bases in the Philippines. Also in 1964, a Dallas jury found Jack Ruby guilty of the murder of Lee Harvey Oswald. 1979, the Census Bureau reported that 95% of all Americans were married or would get married. 95% of all Americans were married or would get married. Wow, that's interesting. Doesn't seem factual, but back in 1979? Okay, sure. We'll believe any statistics, won't we? Sure will. We'll report him here, that's for sure. 1983, OPEC agreed to cut its oil prices by 15% for the first time in its 23-year history. I think it's about time they start doing that one more time. 1989, imported assault guns were banned in the U.S. under President George H.W. Bush. Okay. 1995, American astronaut Norman Thagard became the first American to enter space aboard a Russian rocket. 1996, U.S. President Bill Clinton committed $100 million for an anti-terrorist pact with Israel to track down and root out Islamic militants. And 2003, Robert Blake was released from jail on a $1.5 million bail. Blake had been jailed for the murder of his wife, Bonnie Lee Blakely. Okay, now let's get to birthdays. Let's do some birthdays. How about birthdays? Yeah, birthdays. And we've got a grand announcement to tell you about who's going to win our birthday announcement. Get up here to our top page. Birthdays around the world. Albert Einstein was born on this day in 1879. Franklin Borman II was the astronaut. He was born on this day in 1928. Quincy Jones, music guy, in 1933. Michael Caine, awesome actor, 1933. 1955, I'm sorry, this is television history. Let's move on to that, and then we'll do our birthdays. Television history, 1955, Elvis Presley was interviewed by Jimmy Dean's Town and Country Jubilee television show. Elvis did not perform on that show, he just was interviewed. 1965, Petula Clark made her American TV debut on the CBS Ed Sullivan Show. 1968, the final episode of Batman aired on ABC. Such great classic television, and we do have Batman on one of our channels. Check it out on hometowntv.net. Check out one of our our 3 different networks, which would have Batman there. Okay, let's get to our birthdays. Let me get up here. Let me go to the first one here. Let's see. This first one here is birthday today. Kathy Mullinex Bass. Today is her birthday. And tomorrow's birthday is, where is he at? Ty Carnellison is his birthday. He used to live in this area. I think he's in Dallas or in Texas or someplace west of us right now. And then after Ty is Katie and her husband. It's not their birthday, or not their anniversary, but Katie's birthday is today. Katie Walkner, her birthday is on today. And then also, this would be Sunday, also on Sunday would be Holly Carson. Holly's birthday is today. And then to top it off, Eric Thompson, there on the right, that's his birthday. Now, the winner of today's bouquet of flowers from Lena Francis Flowers and Gifts and a dinner for 2 is right there on the screen, Katie Walkner, and we will notify her about that. Congratulations, Katie. I guess you can take your husband out to eat if you so choose, or maybe your best girlfriend or whoever else, your mother or whatever. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking about a couple of events that are in need of announcing, and then we'll get to some entertainment for the remainder of the show. Stay with us. You're watching The Noon Mix. Welcome back to The Noon Mix. So we want to let people know about an event that's happening next Friday at the Lyric Theater, and it is an event called Celebration of Spring. It's a fundraiser for the Lyric Theater, and it's happening March 21st, starting at 7 o'clock. There'll be dessert and a jazz band there, and tickets are $25 per person. This will go to help support the Lyric Theater, the building itself. We are in desperate need of some air conditioning and heating units up there. So all of this money that we'll be raising for the next duration and until we raise that money will be going to that. We do not want to have the threat of shutting any events down because of uncomfortable conditions inside the auditorium there. So we have dedicated all the fundraising events that we do for the duration of raising that money to the heating and air conditioning units. Help us out by doing so by either donating some money to that. There is an account at Community First Bank. It's the Lyric Progressive Fund. Go by there and just tell them you'd like to donate some money to that fund, and that will be going to the heating units. Or you can come out next Friday and enjoy yourself at the celebration and fundraiser inside the Lyric Theater. You'll greatly appreciate everyone's patronage. Coming up tomorrow night, Saturday night, wrestling returns to Harrison after a long sabbatical, and it will be Saturday night with different kinds of bouts from Mid-States Wrestling. Starts at 7:30. Come on out and enjoy yourself. They have refreshments and a lot of entertaining times out there. You'll be greatly entertained throughout the time. The tickets are $15 for VIP seating, and you'll also, in that section, you'll also be able to do a meet and greet with the wrestlers and the performers there. $10 admission for all regular seats, and come out this Saturday, tomorrow night, at the Harrison Fairgrounds for wrestling. Also on March 15th, the Mount Home Parks and Recreational Center is hosting their inaugural Cooper Park Donut Dash, and this is a 5K run, and also it is for a kids 1 mile fun run. Registration for that 5K is $20 before the day of the race. The day of the race is $25. The kid 1 mile fun run is $10 and $15 the day of. There'll be a total team rally race, $60 for pre-registration and $75 the day of the race. For more information, maps, registration form, and there's any kind of description that you need, you can contact the L.C. Salmons Youth Center at 870-424-7275, or you can contact them at jhughes@thecityofmountainhome.com. Also on March 15th, tomorrow, is a cardboard banjo workshop will be held at the Donald W. Reynolds Library. This will happen at 2 p.m. Saturday, March 15th. For more information, you can contact them. Contact Kim Crow-Shaner at 870-580-0979. On the 17th, that'll be this Monday, Bull Shoals Library will be having, the Bull Shoals Historical Society will be having at the Bull Shoals Library, will be having a program by Barbara Klug on exotic birds. If you're interested in that, please attend. That will start at 3 p.m. at the Bull Shoals Library at the Annex area, 870-445-4750. And on March 18th, ASUMH is proud to host the Women in History event, celebrating women of character, courage, and commitment. The focus on this is women in the STEM history. STEM celebrates science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Join them 12:15 to 1 p.m. March 18th at the Gaston lobby of Roller Hall at 1 p.m. March 18th for that event. Or you can give them a call. Call Christy Kern at 870-508-6109. And we want to let people know that, let's see, March 19th and also the 26th, which is a Wednesday, I think. Yes, March 19th on Wednesday, the Harrison City Mayor Jeff Crockett is inviting people to come and have coffee with him to discuss different topics of interest that you may have on your mind. And this will be March 19th, Wednesday, from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. No. 9 a.m. to 11. That's a long coffee break. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And if you missed that, there's another opportunity to do that. March 26th, the following Wednesday, be from 7 a.m. to 9:30. So check that out if you'd like to talk to Mayor Crockett about anything concerning you, or you'd like to give some praise or whatever. You can meet him then. We did this. Let me let's go ahead and take a break. I want to save enough time for entertainment portion of the program, and we'll do that to let you know what's happening this weekend. Stick around. You're watching The Noon Mix. In our last segment, I failed to tell you where that coffee location was going to be with the mayor. It's going to be at the Hotel Seville, so you know where to go. Okay, what's happening on channel 26.3? That's our movie channel. We have just a couple of minutes remaining. I'll go through these real quickly. First movie up on 26.3 tonight at 7 o'clock is The Couch Trip. A prominent Beverly Hills psychiatrist talk show host is having some nervous breakdown, so he decides, with an encouragement of his wife and lawyer, to take a vacation. And then, okay, I need to move on, I'm told. Let's go to the next one. Van Wilder, 2, The Rise of Ty. And then, that was on 9 o'clock, and then 11 o'clock, Agent Cody Banks. I highly recommend this one. This is a very good movie. It's very interesting, fun to watch. Almost a comedy. Let's see, where am I at here? Let's close out with this cool video of a amphibian car. I want to let you see this. This is on my wish list. Hope it's on yours. See you next week.